Buenos dias. Can you say buenos dias?
Buenas noches.
Oh, buenos noches. Hola, mi amigos. It's William calling from wiwiblogggs. I've just come back from Eurovision, and I am still devastated that Edurne came 21st. So I had to call on our Spanish friends, our wiwibloggers in Spain, to find out what their reaction is. Joining us is Diego.
Hello.
And Luis.
Hey.
Now, Diego, what was your reaction as the results came in?
Well, I actually was waiting for the votes to come in, and I was with some friends having a couple of beers, and we were waiting like, okay, it's normal, Russia not giving us... Well, actually, Russia gave us 1 point, yeah. But, okay, Portugal 3, yeah, France 5, now we're waiting for some 8 or 10 or 12. The voting goes on, nothing comes in, Edurne. Oh, it's a heart attack.
Oh, no. And Luis?
For me, it was something more or less the same, because the first country to announce the points was Montenegro. Montenegro gave us 2 points, and Montenegro never voted for us. So we were like, yeah, we're getting some points, and they was like, no, okay, no. And I mean, when Portugal said 3 points, it was like, okay, forget it. Yeah, kind of deceived, yeah.
And I've got to tell you, all week in Vienna, we were watching her rehearsals. We thought this looked expensive. She was wearing Jose Fuentes. Her backup dancer, Giuseppe di Bella, was looking fierce. And then we were expecting big things because the stage looked so nice. And then we were sitting, for the results in the press center, and my mouth was on the floor. I couldn't believe it. What do you think went wrong, Diego? Why didn't Europe respond to Edurne?
I think she missed kind of 2 or 3 notes during her performance, but it was not a major problem. I mean, it's not so important to punish her for that. And the staging was good. I think it was not impressive or outstanding like Sweden's or stuff, but she deserved better.
Luis?
She did. I mean, I can understand why she did not do that good, but I think even not doing that good, she had to have done better. I mean, I could have understood a 15th and 18th place, but 21st is like too much. I think the thing that killed Edurne was the camera angles. And I'm particularly angry about this because we knew it from the first rehearsal that the camera angles were wrong. And I mean, I really can't do anything but blame ORF and RTVE because you can do the staging and show how the dancer goes off the stage and then put it again on the recaps the 2 times. It's like, no,
yes,
don't do that.
Yes. And it's even worse horrible. When...
And probably the last shout, the last yeah, she was like trying to do it so perfectly that it happened something like, yeah, and it was like, no.
Yeah, she ran out of breath.
It was like the last one to close and no, I don't think it was that good.
Now, y'all, this is real interesting. I am not Spanish, but I have more love for this performance. To me, this was like musical theater. It belongs on like a bigger stage, not a pop stage. It belongs on like a Jesus Christ Superstar, the musical stage.
Yes.
Because it was like the beginning, it's like, I thought a camel was going to come out. Because, it was so dramatic and there was water, there was the background, and she's doing all of this. I think maybe the problem was, this is a pop song contest, and her song is more spiritual, more like the caveman in me.
Actually, when I first heard it, for me it was like, oh, this is a perfect soundtrack for an epic movie. And it actually fits any movie you can think of. But for the Eurovision, is it suitable? Is it good for what we're going to see? And as Luis said, the camera angles were so old-fashioned. I mean, we're in 2015. It's not the 90s anymore. Get over it, or ORF.
I always thought that Amanecer was perfect, like for the Lord of the Rings, and then the video came out, and I was like, Peter Jackson, see this and put it on your next movie or whatever. I think it's the problem with Amanecer is that it is not a song that you could listen to on your daily life, because I mean, it's good. I can understand why people like it, but I wouldn't listen to it on my iPod, for example.
Ah, but you know what? I think Edurne had one of the better vocals of the night. I mean, I was in the arena and I couldn't hear the mistakes. I just saw beauty. I felt the beauty in her voice. And she looked amazing. That dress reveal,
True.
They worked it out. Because
That's
in the
true.
rehearsals, I was like, this is not going to work. But she nailed it on the night. And one other thing I want to ask you guys, if you look at the jury versus the public gave her 20th place, and the jury put her
25th?
25th. I would expect the jury to reward this more than the public because she's so talented. Well, were you surprised by this, or did you expect the jury not to like it as much as the public?
Probably the vocals were the thing that, because, she began perfect. The beginning was perfect, but then
Yes.
after the first chorus, it all went a bit wrong, and then the end. I think that was what put. I don't know how did she do it on the jury rehearsal, but if she did the same, it's the vocals.
Yes,
Because
actually,
yeah.
Actually, I thought she did great during the jury final, and actually many people were very glad talking about it. But I don't know why she came third to last with just 6 points. I mean, it's. I can't understand it. Sorry.
It really blows. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I think that the thing is that Edurne is such a great performer that she's so good that she has, like everyone used to, great performances that when one of her performances is not that good, it's like everybody blames it on her. And I think that's a problem with this performance.
And how is the Spanish media reacting? Are people being cruel to her, or are they not talking about it?
Not really. They're not really being cruel to her, but rather they're based on the typical they hate us politics. It's everything at the Eurovision, and you have to see that the top two is Sweden and Russia, so that's the perfect argument for countries like Spain, France, United Kingdom to do this. But I'm happy that they don't blame it on her, because I think she is not to blame. She's not the most to blame, at least.
Yeah, she's not the guilty one in this story.
Yeah.
And actually, I've read some online newspapers during this morning, and yeah, actually many of them were kind of respectful with Edurne, not so much with ORF and TVE for what they've done wrong so far, but some of them, just a few, were very, very, out of place. I mean, they criticized everything, neighboring countries, and it's all fashion topics. I mean, they haven't grown. Come on, it's 2015 already.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Who hates Spain? Tell me someone who hates Spain. The land of Manchego and tapas and Ruth Lorenzo? No. This is crazy. And Spain with Pastora Soler and Ruth Lorenzo did quite well. So when people suddenly bring up these old arguments, it's so annoying. I don't know what went wrong. I just know that Edurne is fabulous. Didn't this single chart top 3 or something in Spain? Oh,
I think she did. Yeah.
Not quite sure, but yes, I think.
The best thing of this song is that the single Amanecer is going to be the song of La Vuelta a España, which is in September. So we're going to have the song played all around the summer until September. So poor her, because it's going to be people are going to remind it much more. And I don't know. I didn't think it was a good idea from the beginning, but well.
Good for her, because I will be glad to hear that song later in the year, because many people will complain, but I don't care. You know what? People listen to this. It's soundtrack for Spain.
Yes. And I guess a final point, now that this is over, what do you think will happen for Edurne? What's next?
I don't think it will affect her that much, because she's quite big in Spain, and it's a failure, but well, it's not that a big failure because it's 21st, it's not that last or something. So I think and she's really she really likes to go on and do things. She's always on the bus, so I think it's not going to affect her that much as, for example, El Sueño de Morfeo.
Yes, she has already. Her career is already built on a solid base, so there's nothing to worry about the Edurne.
I agree. And y'all, can I just say, of all the interviews we did in, where were we? Vienna. She is so real. She recognized us from YouTube. She watches what her fans are doing. Mm-hmm. She's so nice. She's not a diva. She's probably perhaps the biggest star who is at Eurovision. In terms of her power at home.
Yeah.
Her and Sommer. She's huge. Yes. But she is so nice, and it's sincere, because I can tell someone's fake, and she ain't fake, y'all. She is real. And Giuseppe di Bella, her dancer, oh my God, sizzling hot, super nice. They're just nice people. And I know this isn't a beauty pageant for Miss Congeniality, but she deserves the award because she rocked it musically
she
and
does.
personally.
Totally she does.
Yes.
Gay Icon 2016. Well, with that, we're going to say goodbye, but thank you, Diego, and thank you, Luis. You can follow all of their Spanish Eurovision news on wiwiblogggs. See you later. Bye!
Bye.